Welcome back to our frozen pizza reviews. Today we have a new one we've never had before. This is Sprouts Hearty 3-Meat Pizza. As you can tell, lately we've had some videos of frozen pizza reviews from Aldi and Sprouts because we were recently there. We are going to get two other brands from other markets once as we make some room in the freezer. And something that caught my eye on this, if we take a close look at the box here, it says that this pizza has topped with a blend of sausage, uncured pepperoni, uncured bacon with red sauce, and mozzarella cheese. So what does the term mean, uncured? And so I pulled up a little thing here that I can read to you because I think it's pretty interesting and most of us don't know this. Uncured pepperoni or bacon or meats in general, it's still cured. This is confusing. It's using natural sources of nitrates for the curing. Celery powder, celery juice, sea salt, or beet extract, instead of synthetic sodium nitrate. The term uncured is required by US labeling rules when no artificial nitrates or nitrites are added, even though natural alternatives perform the exact same function. So when it says uncured, it means that it used natural ingredients to create the nitrates. Again, sea salt, celery powder, celery juice, beet extract, rather than synthetic curing salts. So the meat still undergoes curing. That means fermentation, drying, aging, just without added chemical nitrates. It must be labeled as uncured by US law if no nitrates or nitrites are added, even though natural nitrites or nitrates convert to nitrites during processing. It's crazy. So I wanted to get that out of the way because if you're like me and you're wondering, well, uncured, they must be mentioning that because it's better. It's the same result achieved through two different means. And it's not because they want to promote it, they have to by law, which is insane. Okay, so there's not any proven benefit for your health using natural nitrites or nitrates versus synthetic ones. It's the same. So I don't know why this is even a labeling issue, but I thought it was interesting. Looking on the box here, what do we have? Preheat the oven to 425 Fahrenheit, cook it for 12 to 14 minutes. And I don't know, I mean, this thing might be good. It's sausage, pepperoni, and bacon, so that sounds like some good toppings. It looks good in the photo. What does it look like in the box? Oh, it's a little thicker than I thought it would be. Okay, okay. And it's got the farm cut cheese. It's like a 3 times thicker. You've got finely shredded, which melts really quickly, great for nachos. You've got regular shredded cheese, right? That's just what you imagine when you close your eyes and think of shredded cheese. You've got farm cut cheese, which is the thicker, almost like linguine width shreds of cheese, which is better on a pizza, in my opinion, because the larger the piece of cheese, individual piece of cheese you can put on there. Like if you had a whole mozzarella ball and you could slice it off. Oh, that is so good on a pizza. Shredding it, I don't know, it does something to the cheese. It affects texture. It affects just the overall eating experience to me. I might be more sensitive to it than other people. So farm cut is a nice middle ground between shredded, regular shredded, and then fresh whole sliced mozzarella. Or sometimes you'll see little smaller mozzarella balls placed around a pizza. That's typically reserved for these Italian style pizzas. But we'll see how it cooks. And we'll see how it tastes, right? Because that's really all that matters here. Now, once again, I'm not sure what we paid for this, but I'll put the price of it right over here. And we've got to keep that in mind when we're evaluating the scale of 0 to 10 is part of it is how hard is it to find this pizza. Part of it will be how well does it cook, how accurate are the cooking instructions, how generous are the toppings, and most importantly, what's the quality of these toppings? Let's go find out. I'll see you back here in a moment. Wow, this one came out looking super nice, and I had to change the cooking a little bit because at 425 it said 12 to 14 minutes, and after 14 minutes the top was still not browned at all, but the crust was clearly done. So I turned the baking mode off, put it on broil mode for just 1 minute, and it darkened up all the cheese and the crispy edges on those pepperonis. That's for me perfectly cooked. The little brown spots on the cheese, I love that. So let's bring it over to the table and let it be a lesson to you that the directions for cooking are going to vary based on your oven, your elevation, and your personal preferences. You may not like the cheese browned like that, but the way that, even leaving it in for the extra minute, it just, for me personally, it looked a little undercooked on the top. Everywhere else it was fine. So that's what broil mode is for, but use it sparingly because it's quick. Don't walk away or you're going to have a burned pizza in the blink of an eye. So with that being said, taking a look here at the crust, it feels good. Looks like it's cooked well. This is still really super hot. Here's another close-up here. The crust is pretty firm. It is a thicker crust than I realized. That's at least 2 to 3 times thicker than the thin crust pizzas we've been eating. So that's a lot of bread. It's probably quite filling. The only question I have right now is, what's the quality of the ingredients? Is there balance here of good, pure, clean flavors? Or is this more commercial grade processed stuff? Well, I only know one way to know for sure. And if I'm going to try and find a bite here, I've got 2 smaller slices I've cut for myself. This one has some sausage right there, right at the tip. And then as we work back, we'll work towards the pepperoni and see what kind of ingredients, what flavors and quality they're using. It's still hot. Very hot. I'm so confused right now. This pizza has a frozen pizza taste, but it also has more than that. That's why I'm confused. Because the frozen pizza taste immediately puts me off. But it's bringing other ingredients, and I think that frozen pizza, what I'm referring to as a frozen pizza taste, is coming from the tomato sauce. I think that's the source of it. That's good pepperoni. I think the bacon are just little bacon bits. I don't taste it at all. I'm sure you can hear that crust, right? It's quite crunchy. It's got nice air pockets in it. I got another little piece of sausage there. Let's grab that. Okay. Sausage is fine. Generic. It's fine. Pepperonis are fantastic. Cheese and crust, I feel like they did a good job. The sauce, I mean, this is one of the few frozen pizzas where the sauce is actually dripped off of the slice here and onto the board. There's that much sauce on it. However, because there's so much bread underneath, it's not overpowering. That's why I was a bit surprised when it dripped. I was like, oh, there's that much? So the thickness of the crust can absolutely play a role in just how much sauce you should be putting on. Thicker crust, more sauce. Thinner crust, less sauce. Okay, so overall, Would I buy this again? I think I would. It's pretty good. Not the best. On a scale of 0 to 10. Also, you know what? I just noticed. If you look at this side right here, if I turn this towards the camera, and again, if you notice the crumbs on the cutting board, that tells you if the crust is going to be crispy or chewy. The more crumbs you have, the crispier the crust is. Let me get in a zoom on this and see. Look at the bottom of the crust. There's like a layer of brown, which is the bottom, and then it's pure white through the middle. And I don't know how well the camera's going to pick that up, but I've never quite seen that on a crust before, where there's such a significant color difference from the exposed part of the crust to the internal, except of course on the edges you expect it. So that cooked really, really well. Scale 1 to 10, or 0 to 10, I would give this 7.7. This is a 7.7. It's good. It's much better than the average ordinary frozen pizzas from the big brands in general, but not by miles. But enough that if I had a choice between those popular brands, let's call them, or this Sprouts pizza, particularly this one here, I think I would pick this one. It's a little bit better. I think it's a little bit more money. It's certainly going to feed 2 people. The bacon is almost not even there, honestly, and that's okay. They made up for it with the pepperoni and the sausage. So the bacon is like little bacon bits that are sparingly placed, and if I had any in any of those bites, I couldn't taste it. It was lost in all the other abundance of ingredients, right? The cheese, the sauce, the pepperonis, and the sausage kind of overpowered it. So I don't notice it at all. It's like someone grabbed some bacon bits and very lightly put it on there instead of, cover the darn thing. Let's go, it's bacon. But that would raise the cost, wouldn't it? In any event, that's going to wrap it up on this one, and we've got more frozen pizza reviews coming up right after this one's over. There'll be another one, so I hope you'll stick around and watch that one as well, and we'll see you there. Until next time, bye for now.